The rise and fall of great civilizations. Lessons from ancient Rome. Throughout history, great civilizations have risen to unprecedented heights of power and influence, only to eventually decline and fall. Perhaps no civilization exemplifies this pattern more dramatically than ancient Rome, whose thousand-year journey from a small Italian city-state to a vast empire spanning 3 continents offers profound lessons about the nature of power, governance, and societal resilience. Rome's ascent began around 753 BCE as a modest settlement along the Tiber River. What distinguished Rome from its contemporaries was not superior technology or natural resources, but rather its remarkable ability to adapt, integrate, and systematize. The Romans excelled at absorbing the best practices of conquered peoples, Greek philosophy and art, Etruscan engineering, Celtic military tactics, and incorporating them into their own culture. This cultural flexibility, combined with pragmatic governance and military discipline, enabled Rome to expand from a regional power to the dominant force in the Mediterranean world. At its height, Rome was a marvel of organization and innovation. The construction of roads, aqueducts, amphitheaters, and administrative buildings demonstrated not only technical mastery, but also remarkable coordination. The famous saying, "All roads lead to Rome," reflected a literal truth. The empire's 250,000 miles of roads facilitated trade, communication, and military movement across vast distances. Roman law, codified and systematized, provided a framework for governance that influenced legal systems for centuries to come. Its citizens enjoyed stability, prosperity, and cultural sophistication unmatched in the ancient world. Yet beneath this surface of greatness, early signs of strain began to appear. As the empire expanded, maintaining control over distant provinces became increasingly difficult. Communication across vast territories slowed decision-making, and local governors often acted in their own interests rather than for the good of the state. The cost of defending such an enormous empire placed growing pressure on the treasury, forcing emperors to raise taxes and debase the currency. Over time, economic inequality widened, corruption spread, and the unity that had once defined Rome began to erode. Several key factors ultimately contributed to the fall of the Roman Empire. Constant wars and military spending drained the empire's finances, while heavy taxation and dependence on slave labor weakened productivity. Political instability became routine as rival generals and emperors fought for power, undermining confidence in leadership. Social divisions deepened between the wealthy elite and struggling citizens, and morale declined. Meanwhile, external threats from Germanic tribes and other groups exposed Rome's weakening defenses. Gradually, these combined pressures hollowed out the empire's strength until it could no longer sustain itself, leading to its collapse in the 5th century CE. The fall of Rome offers timeless lessons about the challenges facing any complex society. Success can breed complacency and overextension. Institutions that work effectively at one scale may fail when expanded too far. The balance between central control and local autonomy, between integration and diversity, remains a constant challenge for large political entities. Rome's legacy in law, language, architecture, and governance demonstrates that even fallen civilizations can leave an enduring mark on humanity, but its collapse reminds us that no empire, however mighty, is immune to the forces of change and decay.